Okay, so we're moving right along here. We're almost at the top of the hour, so we've got to get to the last chart, the brand new chart that I worked on all night, but it wasn't that bad because it's holiday time. I was able to sleep late. So we know what's going on here. These two circles are these two numbers here. This first column here and this column here. I did a little something like this. Um, right there. So this is just a map of these guys. So you got root, you got root. Well, for some reason we don't have root and root there. Why is that? Let's see. Okay, we do have root and root. Here's root and root right here. I was looking at this root and 2 up there. Okay, so there's a difference there. Okay, apparently there is a difference there. If your LPN is the 2, all right, and C is the lowest note. Okay, so the LPN would be if C is the lowest note, then C would be the second of the key of D. Okay, I'm not sure how that works. Let's see. We're looking at the LPN here. Okay, rather than start the whole segment over, I'm just going to start here. Root and root is right here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Apparently I've taken it up a couple extra there. We got root and root. Okay, if we go counterclockwise, we're going up, so that's 4 and 5 there. There's 4 and 5. So I've taken it up a little extra there. Okay, but there's a 1-to-1 correspondence between these two columns and these two right here. If you start to go the other way, 5 goes to 4. So we got here 5 and 4. Then we got 2 goes to G. 2 goes to G, and all yada yada. 5 flat goes to C. 5 flat goes to C. So we know that. All right, now for the part of the. Sorry, we kind of got out of that sticky subject there. Not sure why I put a couple of extra string shapes, but I think it was just to try to make sure we got a little further. I just went a little further up there than we needed to. All we really need right there is these. All we really need is another the end book, the bookends right here, to see that we come around full circle at the same thing. We didn't need that extra one there. Okay, let's move along. And now we have today's chart. This is the chart that we would play to, that I was going to play to. And what I've done is I've got all 12 keys. These are the key numbers are here. Let's look at the top corner here. This is the key of R. This is the easiest one on the cello. It's root 3 5. Okay, so now we're going to play the white notes and not play the colored notes and not play the string shapes. So this is just root 3 5, root 3 5, root 3 5. And I'll tell you, everywhere on this chart it has to count. So let's make sure we got these numbers here. Here's 2 minor. It's got to count. 2 4 6, 2 4 6, 2 4 6, no matter what inversion it is. Here's 3 5 7. We can start over here. 5 7 3 5 7 3 5 7. This defines that this checks the cage size. It checks the cage size. Okay? So that it counts. They all count. Here's 4 Lydian. 4 6 root. Okay? Root 4 6, root 4 6. I know this is boring. Mixolydian 572, 257, 257. All along here to the right is Mixolydian in all 12 keys, however you're tuned, wherever your capo is. as long as it's P-5 tuning, which is cello, fiddle, violin. Okay, bottom 4 is cello, top 4 fiddle, violin. So let's look at this. What do we have here? We have 5-7-2, 5-7-2. So we know that we're in Mixolydian 5-7-2. Marines. We know we're in 5-7-2. Okay. Now C is the third of what? C is the third of A flat. So this would be the key of A flat. Now, an easy way to check where that is let's look where the root is. Here's your cello fiddle tuning. Second string is what? G. What's a half step up from G? There you go, key of A flat, because the lowest playable note is C, and C is the third of A flat. So that would be how to play a Mixolydian or a fifth chord in A flat. Now you know these are the regular numbers, so 4 is going to be the seventh, the minor, the dominant seventh of that. You know, so I don't know how you actually do it. It's up to you. You know, you want to get these the 2 and the 5 down here. Now this is in this diagram, these colored right here, the first fret, this is hard logic now. This is the fret nut in every one of these 84 boxes. Okay, 84 boxes right here. I wish I could get me out of the way a little bit more, but in all of these 84 boxes, 12 times 7, they are set up the same as if they are the open strings, or put a capo. So notice it's not limited to just C, just G. It could be capo. Now I know you can't capo a violin, but sometimes they might have a capo for a violin. You know, it's probably a soft, bendable thing, you know. But there's no fret nut, so it's kind of, you know, kind of iffy there. But I think I saw them do it. But you could do it with your finger. So that's it. Every one of these, this is your LPNs. Lower left hand corner, 0 0 1 1, right there in the grid, 1 1. So what would this be? We got, let's just look at the numbers. We don't need this, but we can look. What numbers are we playing? 6 root 3, 6 root 3. What's 6 root 3? That is a minor, the 6th minor. That's an A minor in the key of C. Okay? Now, if C is the 4th, what is C the 4th of? C is the 4th of the key of G. So if we play the 6th minor, notice it's not A minor, it's the 6th minor in the key of G, that's going to be an E minor. It's certainly the key of G because that root right there, I'm going to play an E minor there. So I'm obviously cheating because I'm looking at the green note. I know that's an E. So right here, minor chords are shaped like this. Minor chords are kind of a 5th there, and then 3 to root is what? Well, that's a big jump. Okay, but root to 3 is a major third there, but that's like a major third plus almost an octave or something like that, because the chords in C5 are they're broken chords, but they're still triads and they sound great. So that would be your E minor. And then up here you'd have this guy here. We got root in the key of G. So however you want to play that, you know, it'd be nice you could play the top 3 strings like that.